If you're tired of seeing boring maps, fear not. Europe can be a strange place, and while a map can tell you every important detail you need to know about that place, some of these maps are hilariously designed to help you understand what it truly means to be European. So, here's Europe, explained to you in 12 maps. 12. The European Union. In this map, you can see that the European Union groups 27 different member countries with different cultures, histories, and geographic locations into one economic and political organization. Some countries, as you can see right here, include the fast-growing economic giants such as Germany, France, Italy, Spain, and the like, together with cultural and artistic giants like Italy and Spain, and the technologically bright countries of Finland and Estonia. Now, they stretch from the mountaintops of Austria to the sunny shores of Greece and Cyprus, the rapidly developing IT-soaked Estonia, and the gorgeous nature of Sweden. Together, they diversify the allure of the European culture, the economic potency of the EU, and a progressive stride of these nations from the conservative age. 11. The Topography. This is a map that will show you the exact topographical features you'll find around Europe. These include mountainous regions, plains, and highlands. The Alps are another feature that defines Europe, and they spread through 8 countries including France, Switzerland, and Austria, among others. The tallest mountain in Europe is the Mont Blanc, which stands 4,808 meters high. The Carpathians run through central and eastern parts of Europe. In many places, they serve as the natural border and are a source of valuable natural resources. Then, right here on the map is the Scandinavian Peninsula, which consists of Norway and Sweden. Its region is characterized by beautiful fjords and tough terrains. On the other hand, the Great European Plain is located from France to Russia and generally has a good and well-developed plain that has favored agriculture and settlement. 10. The GDP per capita. This map compares the European countries by their GDP per capita, and it will let you know just how rich or poor each of them is. Trust me, some of these might actually surprise you. Luxembourg right here has a GDP per capita of $114,704 and belongs to the richest country of the world, which has been based on finance and banking industries. While Ukraine has a relatively higher living standard and a better economy with a GDP per capita of $10,259, Moldova has a very low performance and poor economy with a GDP per capita of $4,563. Germany, the European powerhouse, boasts of an economic GDP per capita of $46,258, which shows its industrial might and stability. 9. Europe's population density. In this map, you can see that countries with high population density include Western Europe. The first one is Monaco, with nearly 26,000 persons per square kilometer, which gives it the characteristics of the most densely populated city-state. Others are the Benelux countries, where population density averages about 500 people per square kilometer, the Netherlands at approximately 510 people per square kilometer, and developed cities such as London, Paris, and the like. Central Europe is somewhat less poppy, and the countries of Estonia and Latvia are reported to be having a population density of 30-40 persons per square kilometers. 8. Alcohol consumption by area. Through this map, you'll be able to see that alcohol consumption varies vastly across Europe. For instance, the UK is among the leading consumers, while Spain is towards the lower end. Other European nations with high per capita consumption are right there on the map, and they include Lithuania, Belarus, and Russia, with around 15 liters of alcohol being consumed per year per capita. This high rate has been attributed to cultural practices and the current economic status. On the other hand, Italy and Greece have the lowest level of 6 to 8 units per capita, which is attributed to the Mediterranean pattern of alcohol consumption, which includes eating meals along with alcoholic drinks. 7. The stereotypes of European countries. This map will show you that people from European countries can easily be joked about as they use their facial expressions. The British are associated with tea and polite skepticism, and the French are stereotypically connected to love and fine cuisine. Lack of punctuality is successfully partnered with extra kilos, love for wine, smell of cheese, and admiration of baguettes. In the Australian show, the British are stereotypically described as lovers of tea and orderly citizens who like queuing. Swedes and other Scandinavians are linked with light brown hair, ordering flat-packed furniture from IKEA, and liking boxed items. 6. The strangest foods of European countries. This map will show you exactly where to find the most absurd food all over Europe. Europe owns probably the most unusual dining options that can be offered all over the world. Sweden's surströmming, fermented herring, is known to have an incredibly pungent smell and is under license for being the world's smelliest food. The haggis popular in Scotland is made of sheep's heart, liver, and lungs churned with oatmeal and spices, cooked and usually eaten with neeps and tatties, which is Scotch for turnip and potato respectively. 5. The immigration map. You can see on this map that Germany, with 12.2 million foreigners, absorbs more immigrants than any other European country due to employment-related migration and forced asylum seekers. France, hosting 6.5 million immigrants to a large extent, is explained by history, a colonial one, as well as language and economic factors. Then, right here on the map, the UK has 9.4 million individuals from a broad range of former colonies and the European Union living in the country. The large influx of refugees that occurred in the year 2015 crossed the 3 million point in applications, and this, I think, is a reminder of two things: Europe's role as a refuge and the continuing debates about integration. 4. The climate map. This map will show you that Europe can be divided into several climate regions. The range begins with the Mediterranean climate in the south, where it's hot and dry in summer and cool and damp in winter, as in Rome and Athens. The range, however, ends with the continental climate, which is Eastern and Central Europe, where the climate is cold in winter and moderate in summer, as in Warsaw and Budapest. The two Scandinavian capitals that you can see on this map, Oslo and Stockholm, fall within the polar climate region, whose weather is characterized by a very cold winter season. In Western Europe, for instance, the cities of London and Dublin fall under the oceanic region of the world, with moderate temperatures of the region and receiving a fair amount of rainfall. 3. The funniest named places. If you think you know all of the most important places in Europe, this map will make you think otherwise. Some towns in Europe have some form of hilarious names. In Scotland, there is a village called Dull that is twinned with the village of Boring in Oregon, USA, and the smallest village in New South Wales, Australia called Bland, thus making up Dull, Boring, and Bland. Condom is another example of a French town mentioned by the residents of English Canada, wondering about the origin of the name of the town, situated in the Gers department. In Austria, there is a village called Fucking, which was also changed to Fugging recently, due to the constant stealing of the signs. 2. Maps of military bases. This is a comprehensive map of the major military bases and installations across Europe, and it shows a lot about the strategic defense infrastructure of the continent. One of the biggest and most strategically important installations is Ramstein Air Base in Germany. It is the headquarters for the United States Air Forces in Europe and NATO's Allied Air Command. The base is crucial for air operations and for providing U.S. military logistical and communication support in Europe. The United Kingdom hosts several important military installations, among them being RAF Lakenheath and RAF Mildenhall, both of which are used by the U.S. Air Force. These bases are highly valuable for U.S. military operations and training activities on the European continent. In Italy, Naval Support Activity Naples heads the U.S. 6th Fleet and NATO's Allied Joint Force Command. This base is located in the Mediterranean and supports very critical naval operations within that region. 1. Transport network. Through this map, you can see that Europe today boasts one of the most elaborate transport networks in the world. Right here, France has its TGV, which stands for Train à Grande Vitesse, while Germany has the ICE, which expands to Intercity Express. Both service the major cities with considerable efficiency. The Trans-European Transport Network, which is commonly referred to as TEN-T, is primarily focused on interconnecting transport structures spread all over the continent with a view of improving connectivity. The construction of the Channel Tunnel between the United Kingdom and France is among the engineering marvels towering over Europe as of the present. Truck transport with well-developed road infrastructure and inland waterway facilities, waterways including the Danube River, also boosted trade integration. This brings us to the end of the video. Let me know which of these maps was the most enlightening for you. And if you enjoyed this, check out this other video because I'm sure you'll love it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.